Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Kimberly Brusk. I'm 34, and I'm a mother to a 7-year-old daughter, Paige. She's right here. But I'm also a gun violence and domestic violence survivor. I moved the 800 miles from a small town in western Michigan to Atlanta while my husband was in prison. I needed to establish a geographical boundary between my soon-to-be paroled ex-husband and my family. I needed to feel safe. I was in a 10-year abusive marriage. The abuse and the violence escalated over a decade, but my breaking point was in October of 2009. I filed for divorce, I got a protection order, and I told my husband this time I was leaving him and I was taking our 3-year-old daughter with me. He physically assaulted me. He was arrested, jailed, and then released on bond for domestic violence. I got another protection order. 4 days later, I came home late in the evening to find my house dark. I'd left the lights on. Walking in my front door, I found that my husband had broken into my home. He was lying in wait for me with a shotgun in his hand. That shotgun was given to him by his grandfather. No background check was required or completed. My husband fired that shotgun, and I ran out the front door. I crawled to the neighbors. From my position, crouched in my neighbor's hedges in the dark, I called the police as I heard him flee out the back door with his gun in tow. After a 3-hour armed police pursuit for my husband, he was apprehended and arrested again, this time for 4 felonies. Early that morning, the police finally escorted me back into my home. They showed me the 12-inch hole in my door frame that was left by the shotgun blast. It was hard for me not to imagine that hole, that shotgun blast killing me, or the brave responding officers that night. There were 15 of them. Or worse, my 3-year-old daughter. My ex-husband should not have had a gun. He not only had a history of domestic violence, but he also had a history of serious mental illness. It was too easy for my ex-husband to own a gun without a background check. I'm a mother. I'm a voter. I'm a mother who just wants safety for her family and for other women and mothers who are at risk and are now in situations like I once was. This is a public safety issue. Violence against women in the U.S. is directly related to our weak gun laws. A significant amount of gun violence in America, including the majority of mass shootings, are incidents of domestic and family violence. In 2010, more than half of the women murdered with guns in the U.S. were killed by their intimate partners or family members. Background checks are the only systematic way to stop felons, domestic abusers, and the dangerously mentally ill from buying guns. Requiring a background check for every gun sale will save women's lives. In the states that do require a background check for every gun sale, 38% fewer women are shot to death by their intimate partners. If Senator Isaacson and Senator Chambliss care about reducing violence against women, they should support this bill. Comprehensible, enforceable, universal background checks. With that, I turn it over to Councilman Kwanza Hall, who will be speaking more about this issue and what you can do to help pass this bill.